Hey there, Lionesses. This is Bobby Carlton. I'm the publisher and editor-in-chief of Lioness magazine for the female entrepreneur. I'm also the founder of Innovation Women, an online speaker bureau for entrepreneurial, technical, and professional women. Today, we are here talking to Tatiana Alexa. She is the founder of Sandgrove. Sandgrove is a platform that connects home furnishings and home fashion brands with retailers and sellers. Tatiana, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello, Bobby. Thank you for inviting. I'm very, very excited about this opportunity to talk more about women and entrepreneurship and of course about my latest creation.
Well, that's a great lead-in. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your company?
We are, and I'm sorry if it will sound a little bit, too big, but we are on a mission. Yes, we are a mission-driven business that is about to change how the producers of fashionable consumer goods roll out their new products. And the main again, mission is to tackle overproduction, because the way this industry operates right now is right now and in the past is can't continue. We have to think about future. We have to think about our kids. We have to think about planet. So yes, we are on a big mission, and we have a very interesting solution, and we are getting traction.
That's fantastic.
Which is a very, very exciting to see how your ideas getting validated.
So it sounds like that's what the platform really allows sellers to do. They're provided with early market validation and the ability to pool resources, right? To greenlight manufacturing, distribution. It's really an approach to manufacturing in an industry that is looking for ways to drive sustainability.
Right. We believe that we have to stop producing things that nobody wants or needs, right? We go around, in any city, going in any store, and what we see a lot of stuff on sales. We see outlets, we see liquidation, we see deep discounts, And we don't realize, actually, when we pay full retail price, we're actually paying for the stuff that we, don't need or never touched on that sales, shelves. So we kind of like silently, and nobody asked us if we want to participate in this very antiquated way things are produced and distributed, but we are paying prices. And I think that, and we've been told as a consumer, which I find mind-boggling, that we've been told like conscious consumption. Like, think before you buy extra pair of shoes. But how about change the responsibility and guilt from the consumption to production? How about conscious production? How about people who put a lot of stuff because it's mainly guessing and speculation? So how about they change the way they produce? So we do know that 20% of the new products bring 80% of the revenue. So pretty much the majority of new products, we need to weed them out before resources are wasted on manufacturing. And this is exactly what Sandgrove does.
Nice. So you have to admit, this is not your first product, not your first company. You are a true serial entrepreneur. You've talked about your passion for new things and building companies from scratch. Can you tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey? Like, where did you come from before you got here?
My journey is, I don't know, it's a Hollywood story. I usually don't talk about it because, it's too much. But I will highlight a few things. You know, I was born and raised in the country that does not exist anymore, Soviet Union. And I think the main thing that happened in my life, that perestroika, the collapse of the country, and this gigantic shift in what's there and the opportunities happened in my life in a very right moment. You know, I was young, but at the same time, you know, at the moment when you already know who you are. So the opportunities were there, and yes, I was, how can I say, brave to not to be scared and admire risk, actually. And it's one of the things that I think entrepreneurship, it's kind of a requirement. You know, you don't need to, how can I say, you need to embrace risk. You need to full faces that that the challenges are actually good. The challenges means opportunities. So grab the opportunities, risk, and don't be afraid to fail, because awesome. You will. That's how you gain the next opportunity.
Okay, so how did your latest company, Sandgrove, get started? I mean, what was the aha moment for you? When did you recognize that opportunity and get started?
I was in the middle of my prior business, which was an international distribution of fashionable consumer goods. When I realized that, you know, I can't be part of something that is so wasteful, and I can apply my experience again in the other journey, because one of my first startups was in custom software development. So even though I'm not a programmer, I never written a line of code, but I've been introduced in technologies and the way technology can change the way people think, the way people operate. So basically, Sandgrove is, how can I say, a baby of two parents: software development and international distribution.
So what does Sandgrove do for its customers and the industry as a whole?
We are a B2B SaaS platform that weeds out excessive design concepts at the very right moment when the product is there as a sample. The price lists are there, but now they are shown only to key accounts, to, let's say, Bloomingdale's, Macy's, to retailers, big fish who buy containers load. So our way to disrupt this reality is to bring the army of small independent retailers who are never asked about their opinion about new designs, who are never given a chance to buy at the deep discount before the product is manufactured. So for a limited time, Sandgrove as a platform gives the same opportunity to small guys, but collectively, you know, because that's what we do. We aggregate orders in real time using blockchain, generating smart contracts, legally binding smart contracts. I want to highlight that we are collecting not votes, not opinions, but real orders and prepayments. And at the end of the happening, at the end of the product launch, the producer, the brand, the seller knows exactly the top of its new line, the middle so-so concept, and the bottom of the list. And we back them, and this is our mission and the pitch: kill those, that low part of the list, kill those design concepts, because market clearly tells you we don't need it.
Wow. That's Tatiana. That is such an incredible company product. I would love to hear a little bit more about how you work with both manufacturers and retailers. Can you give us a little more detail?
Absolutely. Yes, we're the platform where we connect both. brands and retailers. And for brands, it's a new way to sell. So treat us as not like a sophisticated technology, but rather the new sales channel that helps your sustainability message, that helps your bottom line, because we boost your margins by killing waste before it's there. And for retailers, I want to, how can I say, reach out to our audience if there are, and there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of women who brave enough to have their shops, street retail, online, any, come on the platform, because we will give you voice, we will give you collective buying power, you will get access to bulk discounts, and you will personally contribute to sustainability with your buying budgets, which is, I think, very important too.
Sounds like a great way to change a very wasteful space. Are there things that you've learned about this space and sustainability that surprised even you? You came into this with, a good amount of experience in the industry, but focusing on it like this.
What surprised me that there is so many companies are focused at the end of the product life cycle. Recycle, reuse, repurpose, anything, right? We've been told over and over and over again, but this is what's happening to the stuff when it's already here. And to me, should I mention that, I have a medical degree. So to me, it's kind of like treating symptoms rather than treating a disease. So I think that's the way we look at the things. We want to treat the cause of the problem. We want to treat overproduction before it happens.
That sounds like a great way to head it off at the pass. You mentioned to me that you came to the U.S. as a single mom. You've made your mark as an immigrant entrepreneur. If you were able to kind of reach back in time and talk to yourself early on in your career, what would you say?
I would say, go on. Yes, you can. This is the thing that I've been telling myself over and over and over again. Maybe in a different terms, in a different language, but in the essence, that's what it is. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just go.
That is a great mantra for women entrepreneurs. Now, before we got started today, you mentioned some excitement going on for your business. Is that something we can share?
I don't want to spoil the moment, but we are about to sign a term sheet with Ideaship. It's an extension of Panasonic. It's an investment fund that invests in innovations. So for us, again, it's a validation that we are into something very innovative, sustainable tech, a software and platform, and that close to sign. So, but it's on the table, and yeah, it's. It will justify the existence, and hopefully help us to close the remaining 50% of the funding round that we are fundraising at the moment.
Congratulations. And I know the odds that women entrepreneurs are up against when it comes to funding. It's so much harder, and women get such a tiny percentage of the venture and angel funding that's out there.
It's true, but this time around, I actually think that things are changing. I feel much more support this time. I find more platforms and an audience that is ready to listen us female entrepreneurs and giving us chances. So I can attest that things are changing to a better future.
That's so encouraging to hear. No.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. All right.
If you listen to us, yes. Yes, if you need to fundraise, don't be discouraged by this 3%. It's changing, you know. Next month it's 3.5. Next year it's 5%, and yeah, and the world needs our input. The world needs our ideas.
That's great. So as we come to a close today, can you share some advice for our audience, other women entrepreneurs?
Again, probably risk taking. You know, I want to encourage other women, encourage and again, you know, maybe it's a female perspective that, you know, I think that it's not either or. It's not either career and your passion or family. Again, you know, I truly believe that we are super human being. We can do both. We don't need to sacrifice one thing in order to achieve another thing. It's a tricky balance, but I hope that, you know, I can attest that it's possible. It's not easy, but it's possible to do both. To be successful in your business, to be mission driven, to raise kids, to have family, to enjoy life. And yeah, that's what I wish to everyone who listens to us.
Great. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for the opportunity to reach out and to talk about my journey.